So you could see that brain-computer interface technology from a field of study is over 50 years old, with the term coined in 1973. Lucille Ball claimed in 1942 while driving she heard a Japanese spy Morse code messages through temporary lead fillings. The Discovery Ball reported that while driving in Los Angeles, she began hearing music, Morse code through her dental fillings. She claimed that she heard these signals intermittently for a while. She reported to MGM, and it's receiving transmission from Audio Underground radio station, Japanese radio station. Although often considered an urban legend, this phenomenon known as radio mouth is scientifically possible with metallic dental fillings, can theoretically act as a crystal radio receiver. In the 1940s, George Orwell wrote the book 1984 about the thought police, basically brain-computer interface. Cheap Trick also wrote a song in 1979 called The Dream Police, Get Out of My Head, I Can't Lie, basically. So computer-assisted telepathy is possible. You can watch this video here. That's the one I watched, and they were able to influence yes/no decision using computers remotely. This individual is, with nanotechnology, you wouldn't even need implants. It gets absorbed into your body, and then you're able to communicate remotely this way with computer devices or another human being. And medication can be administered remotely this way. So you can see here, this is these are non-lethal deterrents. The personnel halting gun, and this one here where they beam electromagnetic waves at you, and they cause you to heat up and then disperse. It's called crowd dispersing technology. The Russians took it a little bit further with the voice-to-skull phenomenon known as the thought implanting gun, often the microwave auditory effect, or the Frey effect. Pulsed microwaves can cause a person to hear clicks, hissing, or even speech-like sounds that seem to originate from inside their head. Well, this can be used for synthetic telepathy. And the subject still perceives as an external sound as they are hearing not their own internal thought. So you can see here, I'll just zoom in here, scientists are making significant progress in decoding brain activity and understand the potentially to construct what someone is thinking or hearing. And then Berkeley in 2013 were able to decode brain waves on what we hear, and with functioning magnetic resonance imaging, signals can be used to input words into somebody's brain, and this can happen through a cell phone. And the reason why it does happen is people. Stephanie Meyer wrote a book about parasitic alien race, and because people are able to share attributes. As you can see here, yes, DNA transfer can allow organisms to share certain attributes through horizontal gene transfer. So that's how they exploit people with brain-computer interface. They steal their attributes, and they try to hide their culpability through another individual, whether they give somebody food, money, whatever. Because yes, electronic devices like televisions, computers, and cell phones emit digital impulses, which are essentially electromagnetic radiation in the form of radio waves. So at the bottom here, you can see yes, it's theoretically. Computational medicine could leverage digital impulses to trigger nanotechnology-based drug delivery. This involves using artificial intelligence and machine learning to design, control, and optimize nanomedicine systems, including the ability to remotely trigger drug release using external signals, such as a cell phone. So again, all those perpetrators. So that means doctors could leverage medicine, right? So that means organized crime is also capable of it. So yes, brain-computer interface with remote patient monitors could help individuals with paralysis or severe motor impairments type by translating brain signals into commands that control virtual keyboards or other assistive devices. These systems allow users to communicate and interact with computers using only their thoughts. Yes, with brain-computer interface, particularly combined with remote patient monitoring, could help a patient walk, especially those with spinal cord injuries or other impairments. So that if they could help a patient walk, they could hijack a human body. As you'll see, they could even help you type, so they could control fine motor controls. So while it's not a standard feature of all remote patient monitoring, it's technically feasible to convert a person's self-talk into text or audio using speech recognition and natural language processing technologies. These technologies can analyze speech patterns, convert them into usable text or audio formats, potentially enabling remote monitoring of a patient's self-talk. So this is how they would hack into your brain. Self-talk is the way you talk to yourself. It's also known as your inner voice. Yes, it's possible to amplify a person's self-talk voice and decipher brain signals related to internal speech. Research in neuroscience and brain-computer interface has demonstrated the ability to decode brainwaves, brain activity associated with inner monologue, and even translate it into audio, speech, and text. And there's nanotechnology that enables communications on the nanoscale. They created an antenna. And yes, there are nano cameras as well. So they could see what you see through your own eyes. So with this technology, it's theoretically possible for electromagnetic waves to be used to transmit information to nanotechnology biomolecular communication devices within the brain, which can then stimulate the visual primary cortex to create visual perceptions. This concept involves using nanotechnology to interface with the nervous system, potentially restoring or enhancing vision for individuals with visual impairments. So that's how you could cure blindness. And you heard it first from Christian Meyer. So electromagnetic radiation on the brain with EMR being able to trigger technologies within the nanotechnology such as medicine, they most likely were onto something. So scientific research confirms that you are onto something. Low intensity electromagnetic radiation is being used to remotely trigger and control nanotechnologies, particularly for brain-related medicine. This field is often called neuro-nanotechnology or specializes nanoparticles. They act as tiny antennae to convert electromagnetic signals into biological activity. So that's how they can hack your body with nanotechnology, right? So again, all organized crime right now. They're trash. So is it possible for a doctor to repair wrinkles using CRISPR or EMR treatments? While it's not a standard office procedure, researchers are making significant strides using CRISPR and electromagnetic radiation, like lasers, to repair skin or at the genetic level, which could eventually be used to treat wrinkles. Currently, doctors are using lasers to physically create pathways for CRISPR delivery, while more experimental research focuses on using light or magnetic fields to remote control to activate the gene edited once it's inside the skin. So that's currently what's happening with organized crime right now. So this is the moment when I'm going to try to demonstrate brain-computer interface, particularly the CRISPR. I'm going to show you the elasticity. Elasticity means how stretchable your skin is, right? So I'll show you how poor my elasticity is now in my eyes. You can see how it creases like that on both sides. You see how it creases, right? So now I'm going to unhack the brain-computer interface by jamming the electromagnetic radiation, whatever way it comes, and then it's going to be improved. Right, so go to change.org/youcouldbeahero and sign the petition as I prove that brain-computer interface is capable of hijacking the human body. They cause my wrinkles, and they give me gray hair, and as if I'd want to do that for perpetrators. Right, so as if you'd want to suck for another individual. So don't. So sign the petition and protect yourself. Because if you watch this video, you're going to be victimized by not doing anything. Inaction only causes your own problems.